Yes, we have moved over just a little bit because it's bright over here, and also, I don't know, my bulletin board is just really pretty to look at. Hey friends, it's Nikki, and today I am going to be doing the Getting to Know Me tag. I was tagged by Erica from the Perks of Books. She is wonderful, and she is tagging me in everything as she promised. Also, I reached 100 subscribers, which is awesome, and my heart is all like, oh. My heart is very full. Thank you very much for subscribing to me and watching my videos and listening to me ramble and be nonsensical. So I have the tag questions on my phone, on her video actually, and I'm just going to go through them. First question, are you named after anyone? Yes, my mom named me after this man Nicky Cruz. She read his books when she was about 12, I think she said, and she decided from that point on my child is going to be named Nikki. If I were a boy, she probably would have named me Nicholas and spelled my name N-I-C-K-Y, but I am a girl, so she gave me the name that she gave me and spells Nikki N-I-K-K-I. When was the last time you cried? This might seem like such a silly answer because every time I bring this up with my dad, he's like, why are you like this? But it was, I don't remember exactly when it was maybe like a week and a half ago or so, but there's this thing that happens to me every once in a while where I think about Selena. You know Selena. She's, Selena, you know her. Dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. Yeah. Her. Sometimes I will think about Selena and I will just start crying. Like, I understand lots of people, like she was very beloved and lots of people still get very emotional when they, you know, think about her, but sometimes I'll just be really sitting there listening to some of her songs as if some of them don't break my heart enough, like No Me Queda Más always like gets me in my soul, and I'll just be thinking, damn, she was so young when she died. Why did this happen? And then the next thing you know, I'm like singing along a slobbering mess and it's ridiculous, and I'll just like text my dad, who also really liked Selena, and my mom, who understands because mommy used to play her music for me when I was very small, and I'll just be like, can you just imagine what it would have been like if Selena was still alive? And my dad's like, you need to stop. You need to stop today. I don't know, I think to him it's just like very random for me to suddenly get sad about her, but yeah, that was probably the last time I cried. Hey friends, it's Editing Nikki here, and I just wanted to say that at the time of recording this video, that was the last time I cried, but since that was a while ago that I filmed this, I just wanted to point out that the last time I cried was last night watching Bob Ross paint because of who I am as a person. Do you have kids? No. No, I don't, and I kind of want to keep it that way. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I want to say that I would because, you know, we obviously have the same interests, and the thing is that my groups of friends are in their groups just because of the different interests that I have, and they hardly ever overlap. So like I'll have my book friends, I will have my work friends, I'll have my anime friends, I'll have my K-pop friends, and maybe only the anime and K-pop ones will overlap, but the rest of them, I don't know, not so much, you know? School friends, etc., etc. So it would be nice to be able to talk to somebody who likes all of that stuff. There's no having to worry about mentioning something they have no interest in. But at the same time, I don't think I would like myself very much. I have no idea. Let's say yes for now. Do you use sarcasm a lot? I'm trying not to. But yeah, it happens. What's the first thing you notice about people? Probably hair. As weird as that sounds, yeah, probably hair. What is your eye color? It's super duper dark brown. Fun fact, when I was a child, I thought my eyes were black. Like completely black. And then I told this to my mom and she was like, no, Nikki, no, they are not black. And I was like, yeah, they are, look at them. And then one day I finally looked in the mirror, like really looked, and the light was coming in and I was like, oh, they're brown. Scary movie or happy endings? I really, really love scary movies. I cannot get enough of them. But I also am sad all the time, so I think I would like a happy ending. No, screw it. I'm gonna say scary movie. Favorite smells. This one threw me off, I think. Whatever scent it is that my boyfriend uses. And maybe vanilla, because my mom used that in the house a lot and it's very nostalgic to me. Okay, the smell of my grandma making steak and like french fries, just the thought of it brings me this imagery of a late summer evening and she's got like primer impacto on and it's unbearably hot in the house because she won't turn on the AC and she's cooking, but it just feels so nostalgic to me, like I need to do my algebra homework or something. What's the furthest you've been from home? I actually looked up the miles for this one time and I think it was Taiwan. Yeah, I think, hold on, let's just find out. Yeah, Taiwan is the farthest I've been from home for like 9 hours. Do you have any special talents? I can sing. I don't think it's that special though. Oh, I like to play DDR. Part of my recovery for the summer is getting back on track to playing at those like crazy levels. You know when you go into the arcade and you see those people who have the arrows flying up the screen and they have like a ton of arrows and you're just thinking, what the hell, how are you doing this? Yeah, that's me, or that was me, and I'm trying to get back to that. I'll see if I can like insert a video clip over here somewhere of me playing. Where were you born? I was born in Elmhurst, New York, which is in Queens. What are your hobbies? So many. Making videos for one, but not specifically these kinds, not that I don't like this. I like to film like music videos and short films. I haven't done it in a long time, but yeah, I really like to do that. I guess I should say writing because I've always loved writing. I don't know if I would consider that a hobby. Journaling, I have a couple of videos on that on my channel already. And I recently picked up art, like painting and drawing. It was something I used to do as a kid, but I stopped doing it because I wasn't very good at it. But this summer, as part of my recovery with my ankle and my mental health particularly, I thought that I wanted to try out watercolors. It's something I've always wanted to do. So I bought a couple of watercolor sets and a watercolor book, and I have started to do that. I don't know, I'll like add a couple, put a couple of pictures of some stuff that I've done since then. I'm just messing around with it. I'm not like a pro by any means, I'm not even good, but it's just very relaxing to me. Do you have any pets? No and yes. I kind of consider the family pets to be our pets, and in doing so kind of my pet, but not really mine because I don't have any responsibilities for them. They're also more so belonging to certain other family members. Like the dogs are more my uncle's than anybody else's, the parrot is more my grandmother's than anybody else's, but my PS4 controller's dying. If you allow me to consider those my pets, then yes. 2 dogs, a parrot. Am I missing any? There's so many animals in my grandma's house. I think that's it. Do you have any siblings? No, I'm an only child. I always wished I had an older sister though. I know that a lot of people say, oh, only children are so lucky, but I just feel like there's certain things that have happened in my life that I would have liked to not go through alone. Not that my friends and like my cousin and other people who are close to me didn't help out, because they did. I'm just saying there's a lot of things I wish that I didn't have to experience firsthand alone, and it would have been nice to have an older sister to kind of guide me through it, because I had no idea what to do or like any of that. What do you want to be when you grow up? I like this question because it makes me feel like I'm not already an adult. Growing up I wanted to be a lot of things, but I think the one thing that has stayed constant since I was about 3 is an author. Who was your first best friend? My first best friend was a girl named Brittany. When we were in kindergarten, we were in the same class from kindergarten to 5th grade, and then we went to the same high school, but we kind of like fell out from there. How tall are you? Short. I am 5'2". I don't think anybody understands how small that is until they meet me in person. Like anytime I have met any of my online friends, the first thing out of their mouths is always, oh my god, you're so tiny. And I'm like, I know. Funniest moment throughout school. This is so silly, but I have this friend that I went to high school with, and he's very tall, and his pockets Oh my god, he always had like the deepest pockets I have ever seen in my life. And he would always put these ridiculous things in them. I wonder if I still have the video for it, but I remember once we were in our computer processing class, somebody had like an unplugged keyboard next to one of the monitors, and I remember him saying, "Why would you leave this keyboard out here? Somebody from our school is gonna steal it." And I was like, dude, how are you gonna steal it? I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna notice if you walk outside with a keyboard in your hands. And he was like, just put it in your pocket. And we're all like, what? You can't fit a keyboard in your pocket. And he was like, yes you can. And he put the keyboard in his pocket and you couldn't even tell it was there. I mean, it obviously stood out a little bit because the pockets weren't that deep, but he just put his shirt over it and you could not tell at all that he had anything in his pocket. It was insane. We were dying laughing. And then I remember another time in the morning, he came up to me in the morning and was like, "Hey guys, how's it going? Do you guys want some pink lemonade?" And I was like, "You have some on you?" And he goes, "Yeah," and pulls an entire carton, like the ones you get from like the supermarket that's supposed to last you like a week. He pulls an entire carton out of his pocket. You couldn't even tell it was in there, and I lost it. So good. I feel like all of my funniest moments from school are centered around this person. How many countries have you visited? 2? 3? 3. Japan, Korea, Mexico, but that was for a day. I was on a cruise with my mom and it was going to Mexico. I wasn't even there for a full 24 hours, so I don't really know if I count that. And also kind of Taiwan, but it was for a layover for like 9 hours and I couldn't leave the airport, even though, believe me, I was dying to. So I don't really know if I count those last 2. So let's just say 2. 2.5. What was your favorite subject and your worst subject in high school? Favorite subject was hands down English. The high school that I went to had several different programs in it. And in New York City, you apply to your high schools just like you apply to your colleges. I know that's like really weird, and when I talk to people who are not from New York, they're like, what's wrong with you guys? The high school that I applied to had a program for writing, and like I said, this is something I've always wanted to do my whole life, so I applied to that one and I got in. In that program, we had to take 2 English classes per semester instead of just 1. So we graduated with 16 English credits rather than 8. Usually the second English class that I had for that semester ended up being my favorite one. I like English classes in general, but the secondary ones were usually more focused on writing, and it's my major now. My worst subject in high school was predictably math. I hate math. This one has 3 questions packed into one. What is your favorite drink? Mitsuya cider, hands down. We don't have it in the States, but the closest thing that you could come to it, which pretty much tastes almost exactly the same, it's ramune. Unless you mean alcoholic beverage, in which case probably tequila. Favorite animal? Do I have a favorite animal? I'm just gonna be basic and say dogs. Favorite perfume? I don't have one. What would you name your children? Despite not actually wanting to have kids, I actually have an answer for this one, and I have had one since I was about 15 years old. But whenever I tell people, they're like, that is like the weebiest answer I have ever heard in my life, and I know it is. Sora. Nikki, is it because Kingdom Hearts is your favorite video game in the world? No, that's actually not why. And that's not where I first heard the name either. The first time I heard the name was in this anime, Kaleido Star, and the main character's name is Sora, and she's just very bubbly and sweet and wants to chase her dreams, and it was the first thing that made me feel alive. Then I started learning the language, and I learned that the word Sora, or Sora, is sky. I love the sky. I love the sky so much. You don't get a great night view in New York City because you can't really see stars, like more than like 20 stars at a time. Sometimes I just look up into the sky and you feel how big the world actually is, especially if you're looking from like in front of the ocean. And the sunsets, I won't even get into how much I love sunsets and how much it means to me, but yeah, I've always like loved the sky a lot. Because the pronunciation for the name is Sora, it's incredibly easy. It would be so freaking easy for my family to pronounce it because we are Hispanic. It's so short. It's 2 syllables. My grandma would have the easiest time saying it, and she would never have to change her pronunciation to say it either. I mean, if you kept it with the accent when you're speaking Spanish, it's still Sora. Oh, and it's unisex. So it works out. So that is what I've always wanted to name my child since I was about 15, maybe even like 12 when I started watching Kaleido Star. I know. Some other names I like are Aiden, Adam. I'm giving all A names, aren't I? Michelle. You know what name I've been really liking recently? Rosa. Rosa? I think I would name my daughter that too. But yeah, that's that. What sports do you play or have you played? I don't really like sports. I'm not really into them. But last year I found myself wanting to get into soccer. I'm not entirely sure why. I tried to find the soccer club when I was studying abroad, but I couldn't, and it's probably for the best anyway. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? My first favorite YouTuber ever was Natalie Tran from Community Channel. Holy shit, her videos are so funny. I love them so much. Current favorites, like the ones I will click on immediately when they upload, include like Rainbowholic TV. She does journaling videos and it's like exactly my style of journaling, like super cutesy. Momo Loves Paper. I think she's more active on Instagram than anything else, but yeah. She also does journaling videos. Oh! Sophia Nygaard, yeah. Yeah, I really love her. I just started watching her videos over the spring when I was just bedridden all the time, and time just flew because I would do nothing but watch her videos. She's amazing. How many boyfriends/girlfriends have you had? I almost dropped my phone. Apart from my lovely, wonderful, amazing boyfriend who I am dating right now, I have had one boyfriend and one girlfriend. Favorite memory from childhood? I don't think I have a specific one, but summer days in the apartment that I grew up in my bedroom, and it was nice and clean and a good breeze was coming in through the window. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite ones. How would you describe your fashion sense? Non-existent. It's like a mesh of a bunch of things, but I think the closest thing I could think of is mid-2000s middle schooler maybe. What phone do you have? iPhone 7 Plus with a little sticker that's falling off on the corner. Tell us one of your bad habits. Biting my nails and the skin around my nails and picking that skin. It's an anxiety thing. I have been doing it since I was like 5 maybe. I am not sure why I started doing it then, but it's most definitely tied to anxiety now, and I'm very self-conscious of my hands now. So that is all of the questions for this tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Who am I going to tag now? The thing is that I don't know who has done this and who hasn't done this yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave in the description box who I've tagged, because when I'm editing I'll probably think of a couple of people. And if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But if you do it, you should definitely like let me know so that I can watch your video. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers, and for watching, and for reading, and for being wonderful. You are the best, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.